Hello, this is Victor at RestoreYourMercedes.com. This video is work in progress update for Peter in New York, local customer. It's a 97 SL500, low mileage, 80 something thousand miles, 83 I think. And so here is what was done. The primary problem we had was with the trunk lock. So this mechanism was all screwed up. It was not properly working completely. So I have that one all sorted out. I had to reset both modules, infrared and alarm module, and no longer alarm is screaming out loud. And most importantly, we have our door locks working, and interior compartment locks work too. The pump is back. I had a little kind of an adapter here connected, so the pipe is back. The interior locks hose is back, connected to the vehicle. So here's the operation. Locked and unlocked. So we can see also from interior locks. Let's see. Okay, so we have the middle compartment. As you can see, it opens and closes. So I'm going to lock the vehicle. You're going to see that it is locked. You can see I cannot open it. So that one is good to go. Okay, unlock. And here is unlocking. Okay, so that is sorted out. The next issue was the third brake light. The third brake light, of course, is a common issue on SLs. The wires were redone all the way from the base to about midway inside the trunk. Trunk lid, and covering was installed, and lock was installed. The latch was installed as well. So as we can see, it locks now and unlocks, opens and closes, and all that good stuff. So that's sorted out. The fuse situation is also repaired. The door lock was blown fuse, fuse. It was still a problem in this mechanism here, so that was the issue. Now the roof situation and roll bar. Now for the roll bar I had to reset it because it wasn't working properly at all, and micro switches, they all had to be reset to proper positioning. Now we also have I had an issue with magnetic sensor over here. This wasn't working properly because it was misplaced, and I'm still going to double check micro switch on the right side because that one, I don't like it too much. It kind of moves very easily, so I want to make sure that that micro switch is okay. So I want to show you the roof operation now. Let's get inside the car, and we'll just open and close the roof real quick just to show that it works. Ignition is on. As we can see, we have no errors on the roof. So the roll bar, functions, and the roof, of course. Let's go into the roof. See, the roof is activating. Here's our slow down motion. Okay, so that's our roof operation. Everything works just fine. As you can see, locked, no leaks. Let's open it back. There it goes. Okay, I'm not going to close the windows, but I'm going to raise the roll bar, and that is roof operation. Now, a mystery hydraulic fluid leak. That's the next segment in this video. Now, what I had to do is, that's what we have. What I had to do here is I had to open up all the panels. In order for me to do that, I had to reset the roll bar so it jumped up. With the computer, Start Diagnostic allows you to activate it. So it went up, then I reset all the micro switches, set them up properly, and erase all codes. The roof started working. So that's great news. So now the roll bar goes up and down. So I first lifted the roll bar so I can get panels off, because the roll bar covers our trim panels. So obviously you cannot remove them if the roll bar is down. And I'm looking at the floor now, and I do see hydraulic fluid, as you can see it. That's clearly hydraulic fluid. You can touch it, it's just sort of feel of it is hydraulic. Same happens here. But for the life of me, I don't see any leaks. It's just ridiculous. I spent a good amount of time finding what happened exactly. So I'm just going to go over with you what are my findings. Now, nothing actually leaked ever in this area all around the seam. That makes me think, you see, all of this stuff is all dry, bone dry, along with all these plastic pieces, the trims and all that, the covers for wires. You see some dust residue, so nothing leaked there ever. All of these panels all are dry, because hydraulic fluid, once it gets on any part, it just stays there like slicky residue. It's very difficult to remove it. Now, valve blocks, solenoid blocks, and hydraulic distribution blocks, they're also very dry. There are no leaks here at all. All the piping here, all is dry. I don't see like any ruptures or anything wrong with these pipes. Because I thought that maybe the pipe, one of the pipes bursted, and you know, it just leaked out all the way past the panel down. But this panel is completely dry. Nothing is wrong with this panel at all. There's nothing that leaked out on the panel down to the floor. So another solenoid block, hydraulic distribution block here. This one is also bone dry. Nothing, absolutely nothing is leaking out of these valves, these pipes. You see, this is my fingers. These are my fingers if I'm touching all the parts and everything. This is a little damp, but that's lubrication for the piston itself, so that's not a leak, okay? So that's lubrication for the piston. You can see lubrication on roll bar activation piston. So, same on this side. Absolutely dry. So now my fingers are oily because I touched some hydraulic fluid, so I'm gonna wipe my hands down. But it is not leaking, nothing is leaking. You know, over here everything is just great. There's no problems here. All the way down under there, see, all of this stuff, all is dry. Everything is dry. Subwoofer, on the bottom of the subwoofer, it was a little bit of dampness because of this fluid. And that is what I wanted to show. Now, all around here is also very nice and dry. There's nothing leaking. No cylinders are leaking. Main cylinders are fine. Roof cylinders, both cylinders. See, main cylinders are perfectly dry. These are mains. Usually when they leak from the top, and then the fluid, it just keeps coming down the cylinder. So it's wet. It is not. This is just manufacturing. A little bit of grease, but it's also dry. Everything is dry inside. All of these covers are dry. Let's go on the other side. I'll get me a towel. So same scenario, same scenarios here. There's just nothing is leaking. So See, all of these areas are dry. Let me wipe my hands, or like the rag. See, I'm wiping the rag against the surface and nothing. This is all dry. But obviously we see clear puddles here from hydraulic fluid. And I just wanted to document this so you know what's happening in the back here. Once I put panels back on, it is not going to be visible. So all of this is all dry. Again, main cylinders, nice and dry. There, everything is dry. And that's basically the situation in the back here. That's another cylinder there. I don't know if the camera catches. So that is also dry. That's the bow, or whatever they call it, the roof cylinder. Activates the bow. All of that is dry as well. In order for me to see it, I had to disassemble all this stuff, unfortunately. But we needed to see it, to see what's happening there. And as you can see, everything is nice. Pipes are fine. Now, the panels themselves, I left them outside, and this one I left at the angle. It was sunny today, and as you can see, whatever fluid was soaked in, it just appeared to be at the corner and it's dripping down. So I can basically pick that up. You see it's leaking off, coming right off. That's not water. Water won't do that. That's really hydraulic fluid, because it's sort of wicking. It's wicking up. So in this manner, I left the panel for about a good half a day already, more than half a day, and that's what was accumulating. And these are the panels, the rear panels, the back panels, and stuff like that. So we're good to go on that. Excuse me. So that is that. What else? These panels are also getting hydraulic fluid wicking at the end on the speaker here. So I'm trying to keep them set up like that, but they keep falling because it's windy. But that's the area where it wicks. Maybe I'll set them up somehow like this, as I want as much fluid to leave the panels. Okay. And this is the mat, this is the carpet that was all the way on the floor, on the subwoofer, and under the storage compartments, and under all the panels. So same situation here. As you can see, some little droplets here, because this is all soaked with hydraulic fluid. Now, the prediction that I have is that somehow, most likely, somebody left a hydraulic fluid bottle in the back of the car and was not closed. So obviously when it wasn't closed, it leaked out, it soaked into the carpet. You won't really see it. Now when it started to get hot, fluid started to come up. It was pushing it outwards from carpet on the surface, just like you saw here. Droplets just accumulated. Now sun went away, and whatever droplets were left, they were just right there in the corner. But the rest, there was some droplets coming out from the carpet, being pushed out because they heated up and they exposed themselves. See, even little drops over here. See, that's not really water. It's not dropping. So and that's my prediction. The bottle was left unattended, and wasn't closed all the way, leaked out, soaked into the carpet, went past the carpet, more and more down into the floor, into the panels and all that stuff. That's what I'm thinking. I don't see any other explanation of so much fluid be all over the floor, all over carpets and stuff like that, because nothing is burst. Nothing has burst, nothing is leaking, roof operates properly. In the back here we don't have any problems with pump leaking. That's our hydraulic pump. Level is fine, it's not escaping, and the pump is in lower level. Then floors, again, all dry around the perimeter, all dry here, so fluid did not wick itself up. And of course, if roof works, roll bar works, everything works, then you can assume that nothing is leaking and the pressure is high, because if there would have been any kind of leaks anywhere, then of course pressure would be low and roof will not activate properly, or it will activate but it would have been extremely slow. But at the same time we would have been losing fluid out of our reservoir here. We're not losing fluid, nothing is leaking under the vehicle. So my prediction is it could have been that the bottle, because when I got it, you know, when I got to the bottle in the trunk, I saw that it wasn't really tight. It was just closed, but not really closed like that. So maybe somehow this bottle with hydraulic fluid was actually in the back of the car, and it was seeping out, laying sideways of course, seeped out into the carpet. Carpet had been soaked with hydraulic fluid, and therefore we have our hydraulic fluid problem. So next step will be is I'm going to try to wipe as much of the fluid as I can, wipe it all down. I'm going to run some paper towels against carpet, let them sit outside for a little bit to the end of the day, and then I will reassemble them. And then at you know, one of these hot warm days, you just leave roof open, let the sun heat up all your carpets and all your panels, and just put some paper towels on top of them, and they should actually wick all the fluid into the paper towel. The paper towels will wick the fluid in, and then you'll dispose of them of course. So that's what I'm thinking. I mean, I don't know, it is a lot of fluid, and there's no explanation for it. The only pipes that of course could burst, those are the ones for the front cylinders. They're back down there. You see there, those are two pipes that go to the front cylinders, and they're fine, they're dry. You see all dust all over the place, see, nice and dry. There are no pipes on that side, only pipes that are there like to main lift cylinders and stuff. So all of that stuff is dry also, so no issues with hydraulic lines or solenoids or anything like that. So I think that's basically covered it all for now, and so far so good. I can actually fix the switches here. Actually, my issue was that this micro switch was not pushing, the lever was sort of weak. Yeah, now it's actually okay. Alright, so we'll leave it. So I'm gonna assemble this back. Alright, so this is basically all. This was a status report, update rather, on a repair, and I probably will make another video possibly. Oh yeah, all of these cylinders are all nice and dry as well. That we know. So all of that stuff, I already assembled this portion, but it's all dry. Everything's fine there. We have all the dust over here, untouched dust. No sign of any kind of hydraulic fluid. So that is fine. And I put these computers back in place. Some pins, some little clips are missing. So I don't know if you have it at home or not. Because, I get the car when everything was disassembled. So I couldn't, there's some clips are here. Partially disassembled, I would say the car was. But some clips are here, so I'll put in whatever clips I could. Back behind here, there are no hydraulic lines, nothing is here. This is all empty. so fluid could not leak from here. And then there is gas tank there right behind, so it's not you know, it's not coming from any cylinders or any kind of hydraulic system. It's just probably leaked out of the bottle or something. Alright, so that is all good. So we're doing well, pretty good progress here. And I'll probably make another video, possibly, at the end. And off it will go. Alright, well, this is all. This is Victor at restoreyourmercedes.com. Thank you for watching.